It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's showtime. Yeah, it is. It's showtime. The Geno Jones Showtime. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30, right? Had the thumb out by mistake. 6:30 p.m. in Chicago. About 5:31 right now. Out in LA, 3:31 right now. Subscribe, share, screen grab. Like. Screen grab means rip some of the video, make it go viral here on YouTube and on any other platform that you have. Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. I'm like a flight attendant, right? The 2 rear door exits. The Geno Jones Show is brought to you by CM Transportation. CM, like Mary, like my mother's name, CM Transportation, LLC.net. Carissa Carter. Shout out to Carissa Carter, the CEO of CM Transportation. You can check them out, CM Transportation, LLC.net, or call 843-606-2702, 843 area code 606-2702. If your company needs a transportation company that is dependable, reliable, and on time, CM Transportation is the transportation company for you. All right, let's get it going. So yesterday, I told you about hip-hop legend MC Lyte. He's got a brand new single and a video, and I meant to play it on the show. I didn't get a chance to download it. So we'll do it Friday. You can check it out. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. It's called Woman. It is, oh man, listen, this single is fire. So she's got a new album coming out on August 9th. But this song called Woman, so it's like, man, it's like the ultimate collaboration. So you got Lyte as a rock. MC Lyte sounds great. Man, she still got the flow. She got the flavor. She got the vibe. And on this song, she features my man Big Daddy Kane, who's killing it, killing the game. Oh man. He got like the old school flow from back in the late 80s, early 90s. He ain't missed a beat. Salt from Salt and Pepper. She is killing the game. She's still on a vibe. She still got that old school flavor. Ain't missed a beat. And Raheem Devon. You're going to love it. You got to check it out. So since I'm talking about collaborations that you're going to love from like artists from back in the day, back in the 80s, early 90s, speaking of the 90s, so Coko from SWV and my man Casey from Jodeci, they got together. They got a new single out called Crazy for Your Love. Oh my God. Casey is at the top of his game. Coko is killing the game, on the top of her game, because you know she got the new look. She like cut her hair off and it's short, and then she got the whole blonde thing, looking good, looking great, sounding great. Oh, it has got it. So the song has got like a 90s vibe with a 2024 twist. You're going to love it. It is the joint. I can't wait for the video to come out. So apparently the video's not out yet, but the video for MC Lyte, Woman, with Big Daddy Kane and Salt from Salt and Pepper and Raheem Devon, that is out now. The chemistry, back to talking about this new song, Crazy for Your Love, with Coko from SWV and Casey from Jodeci. Man, the chemistry between the two, it is fire. It is magic. Shout out to everybody watching me live. Hey, if you're watching me live, like I always say, all my new viewers and everybody, and my viewers that's been down with me from day one when I'm on camera live. If you're watching me live, you can say hi. If you want me to shout you out, I can do that. I have a live chat room that's open, so you can jump in there and just let me know who you are, where you're watching, and where you're from, and who you want me to shout out. If you got a question or you want to go ahead and have a conversation, you want to debate, we can do that too. I'm good. I'm right here. I'm here for all of it. So hit your man up right there in my live chat room. But I'm really excited about this new music. These artists from like the 80s and 90s, just, man, they are doing their thing. Because like 50's the new 35, 60 must be like the new 45 or 50. Speaking of birthdays and 50s and old school, shout out today, May 16th, to my man Ralph Tresvant, Mr. Sensitivity from New Edition. He did the solo thing for a while. He had the big hit Sensitivity. Ralph Tresvant Jr., 56. I'm so glad they all got back together, even with Johnny Gill, talking about New Edition. John Sally, who's got as a matter of fact, a three-time NBA, he is a three-time NBA champion. Because with the Pistons, they won the first one, and I think they traded him or something happened. So he won a championship with the bad boy Pistons back in the late 80s when they beat the Lakers. Then he went to the Bulls in the mid 90s. They got a championship ring with the Bulls, and then hooked up with the Lakers when they had Shaq and Kobe, and he got a ring there. Three-time NBA champion, my man, does stand-up comedy, hosting TV shows, John Spider-Man Sally. The big 6-0 today. Happy birthday, Spider-Man. Big Sally. Now they got a brother, Donovan Mitchell, in the NBA. His nickname was Spider-Man too. But John Sally was the original Spider-Man in the NBA, celebrating his birthday today. Like I said, the big 6-0, the big 6-0. And happy birthday to one of the greatest performers ever. And as far as I'm concerned, there's only one other female performer. Well, maybe two. I'll put them on the same line. I'll put them on Mount Rushmore or Mount Geno. Miss Janet Demeter Jo Jackson, my girl, Janet Jackson, my fellow Taurian. Happy birthday, 4 days before mine, 58. The baby girl of the Jackson family, Michael Jackson and Jermaine and Randy and Tito and Rebe and Marlon. Let's see here. LaToya, you got to throw in LaToya too. All of them. Jackie, the whole crew. Janet Jackson is the baby girl, turned 58 today. Happy birthday, Janet. Happy birthday, Demeter Jo. Do your thing. As a matter of fact, she's going to be doing some dates. I cannot wait to go see Miss Jackson. Oh, my God. Speaking of Janet, guess what? So Janet's life, like her life story, is now going to be in a comic book. It's going to be told in a comic book called Female Force, Janet Jackson. The comic book is going to show, like I said, Janet's life. Remember back in the day, now this is for my real old school fans, Good Times, depicted from the Cabrini Green projects, which are, I think they tore them all down. That was actually on the north side of Chicago. Florida and James Evans. For a while, Janet Jackson, a young Janet Jackson, was Lil Penny. Her name was Penny. Her character's name was Penny on Good Times. So Lil Penny. So they depict Janet's life from way back in the day to up to like 2004 when she did the Super Bowl halftime show in 2004 when Justin Timberlake threw her under the bus. He knew what the hell he was doing. He snatched off like this she had like a little cup or something, and he snatched it too hard, and her breast got exposed, and CBS was tripping, and folks were tripping in the industry and tried to whiteball Janet. But come on. And Justin Timberlake's punk ass, I said it. I still don't like his ass. I don't care. I said it and I meant it, and I said it. Little punk ass threw Janet under the bus. Didn't have to do that. I digress. Happy birthday, Janet. She might have forgiven him, but that's her. I ain't got to forgive his ass. Just saying. All right. Now, before I get out of here, I think I'm going to play. Well, before I get out of here, I'm going to leave you with I'm going to leave you with my man October London, who's doing these dates with Jill Scott. And he's hooked up with somebody else too, so he's like killing the game. I think I'm gonna give you a little bit of Melvin Riley, lead singer for Ready for the World. He's got like a new song out too called Mr. Sugar Daddy, or Sugar Daddy. So let me talk about U.S. Senator from the state of South Carolina right here, Tim Scott. So Tim Scott gave a speech at Liberty University. This is Christian university. And then I heard him, so Tim Scott, all of a sudden, he wants to be like a Baptist preacher, like a bad Baptist preacher. It was almost like he was doing a parody of like a poor parody of a black Baptist preacher. And he's like, but anyway. So he goes on to say that there is a Jewish genocide in Gaza. I'm going to say that again. U.S. Senator Tim Scott at the speech at Liberty University is saying that there is a Jewish genocide in Gaza. Listen, Tim Scott. Listen, dude, I know how you are. I know how you are wired. I understand what you are like Black MAGA. You're like the king of Black MAGA, kissing up to Orange Hitler, hoping that he's going to make you a vice president, which ain't going to happen. But listen, you need to stop lying, especially to these young people. Stop lying to them. What happened in Gaza is not a Jewish genocide. Now, what happened in Israel on October 7th was not a genocide. It was a crime on humanity. It was evil. It was despicable. It was, you could say, demonic. It's just what Hamas did to those Jewish brothers and sisters in Israel on October 7th was inhumane. But it was not a genocide. But you had 1,200 approximately innocent Israelis, men, women, children murdered, women raped, babies murdered. Like I said, it was pure evil, a crime against humanity. But it was not a genocide. Because Tim Scott, you know better. You know what qualifies for being a genocide. What's happened in Gaza to the last number I heard, roughly 35,000, somewhere in that area, maybe more, innocent. 70% of those 35,000 plus have been women and babies, women and children who were not in Hamas, who were not part of Hamas. That is a genocide, to where those who are surviving, those who survived, Palestinians in Gaza that have survived, thousands of them are facing a famine. And you know what a famine is. A famine is a state when you've got like almost an entire population that is in such an extreme level of starvation that they're past the point of return. They're past the point of no return. That means you literally stand to have an entire population die from extreme starvation. That's what a famine is. Tim Scott, you know better. That's a genocide. Stop lying. Stop lying to these young people. Because these young people, these young Jewish people, many of them, young Palestinians, young Americans, young people all over the world, they recognize what Hamas did was a crime on humanity. And it was evil, and it was sinister, and it was despicable. And karma is real. It's going to come back on those leaders of Hamas that committed that atrocity, that war crime. But what Bibi Netanyahu then in turn went and did was next level. It's qualified for genocide. He's punished the innocent Palestinian people in Gaza for what Hamas did to where if he was really Billy Badass, he's got his version of the CIA and the FBI, Mossad and Shin Bet. He could have dispatched them and they could have took out all the leaders of Hamas. They know where they are. Bibi Netanyahu is responsible for propping up and funding Hamas. Bibi Netanyahu had the plans a year before October 7th. Bibi Netanyahu and his government, they literally had like plans. This is a napkin, but it was on paper, where somebody in Hamas had literally sketched up, like it looked like an architect that had drew sketches of what this attack was going to look like, literally, like a blueprint. Bibi Netanyahu's government, the Israeli Defense Fund, they had the plans on paper a year before it happened. And I guess he was so arrogant to think that, oh, Hamas, they could never pull it off. They would never do it. And Bibi Netanyahu continued to make sure that Hamas had funding. And he did it in a slick way. He used another Arab country, Qatar, Qatar, that's in that region to fund Hamas. As a matter of fact, 3 to 4 weeks before October 7th, Bibi Netanyahu had one of his representatives go to Qatar because the Qataris they asked Bibi Netanyahu, like, are you sure you still want us to fund Hamas and to give them money? Are you sure you want to do that? And Bibi Netanyahu said yes. Go ahead and fund Hamas. Even though you knew your government had the blueprint of this attack that happened to Israel on October 7th. But you were so arrogant and into your white nationalism, like Orange Hitler here, that, oh, they'd never pulled it. They'd never try that. Fund them. And why did Bibi Netanyahu fund Hamas, make sure Hamas was funded? Because he wanted to prop up Hamas, one group of Palestinians that was on the west and southwest side of the state of Israel against another group of Palestinians in what's called the West Bank that is on the east side of the state of Israel. So, the typical white nationalists divide and conquer. Yeah, we can divide and conquer these people of color so I can stay in power. He fed the snake, he petted the snake, and the snake bit his ass. But unfortunately, 1,200 innocent Israelis died. Google the Haaretz newspaper. That's like one of the two main newspapers in Israel. Google Haaretz and see how 3/4 of the people in Israel want Bibi Netanyahu's ass out. They have wanted him out for probably close to a year now. For months, there have been protests. Every weekend, 100,000 plus people protesting to get rid of Bibi Netanyahu. 3/4 of the people in the state of Israel, of the Jews in the state of Israel, 3/4, want him out and gone. It's not my opinion. I'm telling you where you can go and find out for yourself. Haaretz. Just go, I think it's Haeretz. Haaretz. Just Google it. One of the two main newspapers in Israel. You can see this stuff for yourself. So outside of Hamas being responsible for what happened to the state of Israel on October 7th, their own prime minister was in a way equally responsible because he knew that there were plans to attack the state of Israel a year ahead of time. His government, his military had the plans in writing. And for whatever reason, Bibi Netanyahu, for the reasons I told you, he still told him, Qatar one of the Arab nations in that region, keep giving them money. We got to prop them up because I got to prop up Hamas so I can keep the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Got to prop up one group of Palestinians. So if I have to, I can pit them and stick them on the other Palestinians. So Tim Scott, stop lying, dude. And to the older men and women in America and all across the country, these young people are smarter than you think. In a lot of cases, these young people are smarter than y'all ass. Yes. And they know and see bullshit when they see it and when they know it, and they gonna call it. When they see bullshit, they gonna call bullshit. So stop lying. Not that you're gonna do that, Tim Scott, because you're not. But don't lie to these young people, because it makes you look bad. All of them understand. They are against this war over there now that is going on way too long. The hostages are still being held by Hamas. Bibi Netanyahu is not seriously trying to negotiate to get his own people freed because he wants to continue the war and to attack Gaza because he wants to stay in power, because he is facing criminal charges for corruption. Who's that sound like? What dude? What other racist dude does that sound like? I'll give you his initials. Orange Hitler. Donald Trump. Stop lying to these young people. That's to all of us older adults. Stop lying to your kids and your grandkids and your nieces and nephews. They are way smarter than you think. They can see, they can think, they can see, and they have a sense of morality and a sense of a common humanity. And they say oppression anywhere is like oppression everywhere. What happened to the people in Gaza, the Gazans, the Palestinians, could happen here. These young people realize that. They're like, even the young, significant number, majority of young Israelis is like, yo, all this fighting. And the bad part, there were groups of young Israelis and young Palestinians that was like, man, these old people, our grandparents and all this killing, it hadn't gotten us anywhere. They're tired of it. They really want to live in peace. They want to enjoy their lives, man. They are tired of it. They're like, y'all old folks, whatever bullshit y'all on, stop. That's why young people, I always tell you in closing that you have the power. It was a song, I was talking about the 90s, back in the 90s, a song, a one-hit wonder, a group called Snap had a song called I Got the Power, and you have the power. And the people who are in power, who have used hatred and fear and bigotry and sexism and misogyny and hatred and bigotry and fear in all of its forms, a small handful of people have always used that because hatred and fear, ignorance and bigotry is big business. Is big business. And there are a handful of people that have gotten generational wealthy. This has gone on for hundreds of years. Hate is big business. And these young people now like, yo, y'all got to figure out another way to make money. But this hatred and racism and bigotry and homophobia and misogyny and sexism, we ain't doing it. Time out for it. A lot of you in our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s could learn a lot from these young people, our sons and daughters and grandchildren and nieces and nephews in their 20s and 30s. We can learn a lot from them. We need to talk, maybe talk a little less and listen a little more. Yeah, pass down the wisdom, but learn. You can pass the wisdom, but they can share a perspective. And I see hope in the Gen Zs and millennials. Yes, some of them have been indoctrinated in this hate, unfortunately, but I constantly see a significant number of young people of all backgrounds who have a common sense of humanity and a common sense of decency and a common sense of morality, like real morality, not that hypocritical shit to where, you know, I'm gonna point out your sins, but if I got the same sins, then they ain't sins because it's me. No. These Gen Zs, these millennials, when they see oppression anywhere in the world, they're gonna call it out because they have a sense of humanity that a lot of us, not me, but I'll say us collectively, us Gen Xers and baby boomers and the greatest generation can learn a lot from our Gen Z and millennial children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. You, especially you. Shout out to my mom, my number one fan, my mother, Mary Dixon. Thank you. Yes, I'm having a great day, and I hope you're having a great day and everything. I hope you made your doctor's appointment. The Geno Jones Show. You can watch me live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Subscribe, share the show, copy and paste the link, text it, email it, make it go viral. Subscribe, share, screen grab. Tell everybody to subscribe. The more subscribers I get, and the more views and the longer views. Now I qualify to be a YouTube partner, so that means I can get that YouTube bag. Start getting some checks from YouTube. Please continue to support not just the Geno Jones Show, but Black-owned media and my media company. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Subscribe, share, screen grab, or rip the video. Some of this monologue you just heard me talking about addressing Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott lying to students at Liberty University. Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. The Geno Jones Show is brought to you by CM Transportation. If your business needs a transportation company that is dependable, reliable, and on time, CM, like Mary, CM Transportation is the company for you. Check them out, cmtransportationllc.net, www.cmtransportationllc.net. They're based here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. You can call them, area code 843-606-2702, 843, area code 606-2702. Shout out to the CEO, Carissa Carter. I want to shout out all my new viewers, those who listen to my radio show on Star 99.7 that have won prizes, whose sons and daughters and grandchildren have been one of my, what I call Geno's academic all-stars. I recognize young people for their academic excellence, from kindergartners to seniors in high school. I'm going to incorporate that feature on this show. So I want to shout out to all the parents and grandparents and to all my academic all-stars. If your family is watching, or if you're watching with your family, I'm proud of my young people. All of you. Keep up the great work. So, shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey. He is the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Check him out online, on IG, and his work. He is a master. He is a master barber's master barber. He is a hair artist, or hair artiste, as I like to say, artiste. So you can check him out and his work Kel be cutting up. KELBECUTTINUP. Kel be cutting up on IG, Instagram, because Kel be cutting up. Allie Jones is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check Allie Jones. You can check out her collection, her Lexi Jones collection on IG, on Instagram, LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, LX.NCL _ that little dash at the bottom and at the end of the second L. You can check her out and her collection, her Lexi Jones collection. She just put on a fashion show last Friday. Graduated from Columbia College, Chicago. Shout out to my alma mater. Now it's her alma mater, Columbia College, Chicago. BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fashion Design. Check her collection out. Like I said, LX.NCL _ All right, everybody. You know what? I tell you what, I'm going to save my videos for tomorrow. Keela Carson, my guest co-host. You know how we get down on Friday, my weekend review. It's like our Friday funny stand-up comedy special for about 45 minutes to an hour right here. You don't want to miss it, so I'll play it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make it a point to make sure I play this new MC Light video with Big Daddy Kane and Salt from Salt and Pepper and Raheem Devon called Woman. Oh my God. It is fire. It's going to be a great way to kick off the weekend. Once again, everybody, thank you for watching, who's watching me live right now. And if you are watching me, but I am not on live, whatever time you're watching me, thank you for watching. Spread the word. The more subscribers, the better. My goal is to get 100,000 new subscribers. I'm going to shoot for a goal. I want by the end of the summer, by the time school is back in, 100,000 new subscribers. Definitely by the end of the year, you can make it happen because you now have made me qualify to be a YouTube partner. Continue to spread the word, to share, copy and paste the link, text it, email it, share it, tag it on your social media pages, screen grab some of the monologues, some of the show, and make it go viral. You have my blessing, and thank you for all your support. Like the late Heavy D, my man Dwight Myers said, got nothing but love. Got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, mama. Thank you. We'll see you live Friday, kicking off the weekend, Friday. We don't call it Friday. It's Friday. Funny Friday, Friday Funny, right here with my guest co-host Keela Carson. The Geno Jones Show, part of the Geno Jones Network, right here on the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Holla!
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.